If you're a parent, this book may make you very uncomfortable. And that's exactly why we're going to talk about this book. Welcome to Boozy B's Books and Cocktails. I'm Dana B, and today we are reviewing the book, The Proving Ground by Michael Connelly. The topic in this book is a crime that is committed by a person but encouraged by AI. The crime of the book is only the beginning. The meat of the story is the mother and her grief, her wanting acknowledgement from the company that this happened. She wants a public acknowledgement and apology from that company. She wants safeguards to be placed on the company and other AI companies just so that this doesn't happen again to anyone else's. And this makes a bigger point too, is who's really responsible for AI when something terrible happens in someone's life. So I think what surprised me the most about this book was the way that the different lives were shown in the book. So we have this mother that's grieving. We have Mickey Holler, who is the Lincoln lawyer, and then we have the company, the company that is has created the AI. And so the way he weaves them together is just very interesting. The mother doesn't care anything about the money. She wants, as I said before, public acknowledgement. She wants everyone to know that safeguards need to be placed on these companies that are making trillions of dollars. Then we have Mickey, and he is bound by his morals and ethics as a lawyer to present everything, which he understands what she wants, and he also understands what the company wants, and the company wants to make it go away. And then the company over here is sitting with trillions and trillions of dollars, and they have people that they have to answer to. And so they use unethical ways to try to encourage the mom to take the money and just go away. And to me, that was the most interesting thing. We know AI is out there. We know it's an everyday thing, from Google to Amazon to when we write out our text and it fills it out, that's AI. So we have to learn to live together, but we also have to learn to take care of the most vulnerable ones out there that's using AI, and that's our kids. So that's what the mom was saying. She said, I know that this is not going to go away, but this is what I would like to have done before something like this happens again. So, who would I encourage to read this book? I would say any parent that has children that are online and you're not sitting there with them at all times watching it, or maybe you are, this is the book for you. I think this is a great book for anyone to just educate themselves that to the possibility of what's out there. I That's why it was so big with me. I felt like that I could be put in this mother's place. It could be me sitting in that courtroom, grieving my child and wanting someone to hear my voice. That was the big one for me. If this happened to me, would this be what I would do? And then if you love a solid courtroom drama, and you like the proving ground, and you like to all the back and forth, this one is a real good one. And I love courtroom drama. I love a good courtroom drama. So I was not disappointed in any way. Because this is a series, there were a few little things that I wasn't crazy about. And one of them was some of the characters kind of slowed it down for me, because they did go back into the relationships of some of them. So I didn't care for that, but really it was a very good book, and it's standalone but not standalone just because of the characters' relationships in the book. What this says the most to me, though, is I have read this book weeks ago, and it is still nibbling at the back of my brain, thinking about the possibility of this really happening in my life or in your life. And that's what made me want to review this book or talk to you about this book, because it's really a great book, and we just need to be aware. And it was just a great, great book. So, as I thought about the cocktail that goes with this book, I chose the champagne cocktail. It's an old classic cocktail. And Mickey Holler serves champagne at the end of the book. And so I thought that I would just do a little twist on that. So I'm going to make the classic champagne cocktail for you, for me today. Um, and this sugar cube. And as I thought through this book, it looks very refined, it looks very fancy, it looks very celebratory. And I really, in ways, think that this is a book to be celebrated. Um, Although it has bad, sad parts in it, but it's to be thought about, and um, it's just it's kind of a I don't even know how to tell you how it is, but I really, really, really enjoyed it. That was cognac that we put in there, and cognac is kind of like Mickey Waller. It's the strength behind the story, or maybe the cognac is the mom. The mom was very strong in this story, and I love a good mom, a good mom story. And it makes you wonder, because throughout the book, they kept talking about money. It was always come back to money, money, money. And for a company that wanted everything to go away, I really understand that. But what is a life worth? Like, have you ever thought about maybe if something happened and you had to go to court, and it was something really bad happened to you? What, and you were suing somebody, what a real life would be worth? Um, and that's kind of what made me stop and think about what was going on. So isn't that pretty? Look at all the pretty bubbles going up. So I would like to know from you, um, do you think that it's worth being concerned when it comes to AI and our children online, or just being us online, and what AI and what we're having AI to do, or are we just worrying too much about it? That is my question for you today. I'd really like to know what you think about AI and how we're using it. So I'm going to move this down here where I won't spill it or drop it. So thank you for watching. Here's to books that we read and books that makes us think a little bit more. Thank you again, and cheers.
Cheers!